Hi, and welcome to another video in the YBT video training series. In this session, we'll describe how to add a new to-be-named or TBN employee with split charging. Assume you're planning for a recently approved clerical and technical position. This new financial assistance salary will be paid by two separate grants. Each grant will pay for half of the $42,000 salary. We'll use the Employees tab in the Labor Planning Workbook to plan for the new employee. We'll use the Allocations tab to allocate the salary across the two PTEOs. Let's start in the Employees tab of the Labor Plan. We'll add the new C&T employee record, assign a position name, and enter the plan's start date and salary information. Let's take a look. The Employees tab is grouped by job class. To add the new employee, double-click the link at the bottom of the appropriate section. In our case, we'll use the link at the bottom of the C&T group. Alternatively, we could use the Add Rows button at the top to add the employee record. We see the new record is highlighted. There's a dummy value for the UPI in column Z. To be named appears in the employee name. If the new employee currently works at Yale in another department, use the employee pick list to identify them. In our case, we'll leave the to be named in this cell. We will use the pick list to identify the position name, however. Let's double-click. We'll type a search phrase in the box which displays. Search for financial, since we're hiring a financial assistant for. YBT filters out position names not matching our search. And click OK. Notice the position name is inserted. Next, we'll indicate the date the employee will start. This goes in column AG, so we'll highlight AG and click the drop-down arrow to choose the date. Our employee will start in January of 2013, so that's what we'll pick. Now, we'll confirm the information in the next few columns. The plan end date will be June 2013. The job class is CT for clerical and technical. The fringe code is H for hourly. And this TBN will be 100% FTE. The planned salary will be $42,000. Notice the salary for the current fiscal year will be $21,000. That should make sense, since the employee will begin in January, when there will be 6 months left in the fiscal year, which ends in June. The salary will be $42,000 per year, and over 6 months, the employee will be paid $21,000. Next, we'll switch to the detail view to see a little more information. Click Change View and select Detail. Let's scroll to the right to see the additional information. Stopping in column BN for January 2013. Notice the employee is 100% FTE and will be paid $42,000 per year. This is $3,500 per month. We've completed the steps required in this tab. Let's use the Allocations tab to allocate the salary across the two PTEOs. First, we need to add the employee to the Allocations tab because currently there is no record for this employee over in that tab. So click Add Rows, select Allocations, since that is where we want the new row to be added. And in this case, this is a home employee. The Allocations tab displays, and the new record is highlighted. Next, we'll link the newly added records, since they represent the same employee. We'll use a cell reference, so type an equal sign. Click the Employees tab. Click the UP column and then hit the Enter key. We're back on the Allocations tab, and we see the Home Org and the Employee Name fields now display their values. Now we need to add a block for the earnings element Regular Wages in order to add the PTEOs. We'll add the block using this link. We're adding a Regular Wages block, so we'll choose 1 Regular. And then we'll click the OK button. Now we have to indicate the type of regular pay, so we'll click the Choose Value button to choose it from a list. Select Regular Wages since we're planning for a C&T employee, and click the OK button. We'll need to click the OK button one more time to confirm our choice. Our new block is added, and we see a new link to a new allocation. We'll use it to add the 2 PTEOs. Select the type of PTEO you'll use for the allocation. This table reviews the different choices available. Here we'll choose PTEO Home. We're going to split the charges over 2 home PTEOs, and I want to add them both at the same time. Notice the highlighted box. Use it to indicate the number of PTEOs you want to insert. Note, though, we can only add PTEOs of the same type at the same time. That is, all PTEO home, or all PTEO split in, or all PTEO split out. We couldn't add a home and a split out PTEO, for instance, at the same time. In this case, we'll add 2, and we'll click the OK button. We see the 2 new PTEO lines. At this point, we'd add the project_task, award, expenditure type, and org values into the appropriate cells. We can enter the values directly or copy them from another location in the plan. Here I'm scrolling to the record which has the PTEO I'd like to use. We'll use this one. We'll highlight it, right-click, choose Copy, then I'll click the destination cell, right-click, select Paste Special, and then the Paste Special window displays. Select Values up here in the upper left. Click the OK button. Next we would add the second PTEO. In the interest of time, I'll use the same value here, so I'll right-click. I'll select Paste Special. I'll select Values, and I'll click the OK button. Now we'll scroll to the January 2013 month to start entering the allocation amounts for each month. I'll stop in column BN, the January 2013 column. Since we're splitting the effort evenly across both PTEOs, we'll enter 50 here. Now we'll enter the values for the rest of the months. Next, we'll fill the same amounts for the other PTEO. Here I'm using an Excel functionality, Fill Down, to quickly enter the values in the row below. Let's scroll back to the left. Notice the FTE totals and the salary for both the current and next years. You'll recall on the Employees tab, we learned the employee will earn $21,000 during the current fiscal year, from January through June. Here we see that $21,000 evenly split across the 2 PTEOs. In the next year columns, we see the employee is set to receive $42,000. It will be charged to the 2 PTEOs as shown. To review, in this video we demonstrated how to add a TBN with split charging. We did some work on the Employees tab, and then we worked on the Allocations tab. Thanks for your time today. If you have questions or concerns, please send them to ybtsupport@yale.edu. Have a great day.